Hello everyone, this is Matthew Rodella from KeyPress Media. I'm here to give you a quick demonstration and walkthrough of the UI Manager plugin. So the first thing you want to do is install and network activate, if you're in a multi-site, the plugin. Once you do that, you want to make sure you are in the network admin screen and then click on the UI Manager menu item. Now from here, when you first install it, you'll see that none of the modules are activated. These are the 3 modules that are available to you right now, and we'll be adding more modules soon. So let's go ahead and review the first module. When you want to activate a module, you just check the box next to the module name, click Save Changes, and now that module is active. You can click the link, or it shows up as a sub-menu item. You can click any one of those, and that takes you to the admin menu module screen. So here is where you can edit the admin menu, which is this thing on the left here, of your WordPress dashboard. Now in WordPress Multisite, you have a number of different versions of the admin menu. You have the one that shows up on your subsites, the one that shows up on your main site in the network, and then the one that shows in your network admin menu. And we give you the ability to edit each of these appearances of the menu separately. So in case maybe you're reselling your network to another client, you can edit the network admin area and so forth and so on, like that. So that's the first decision you need to make. Which admin menu am I going to be editing? In this case, we'll stick with the subsites menu. Next, you'll see that on the left-hand side you have rules, and on the right-hand side you have the admin menu view. This works similarly to what you might be used to seeing in the WordPress menus screen. In this case, though, our rules are the rules that we apply to the menu configuration view for that particular view. So we can set up a view for specific roles, specific users, specific sites in our network, or if you're using the WP Ultimo plugin, specific WP Ultimo plans. So in this case, for example, we might want the subsite admin menu to look normal for us as a super admin, but we want this new menu configuration to apply to everyone else. So we'll uncheck super admin and leave everything else checked. Everything else is checked by default. Also, just really quick, as you're going through and using the plugin, we want to make it as easy to be self-sufficient as possible. So we added lots of tooltips everywhere. So if you're not quite clear what a specific area is supposed to do, just hover over the tooltip and it should give you some information about exactly what that area of the plugin does. And then we do have quick links to our support and feedback areas for the plugin. Okay, now we get into the meat of this particular module, which is the menu view. So you can save different views, and different views are basically a menu configuration that you have applied to different rules. So in this case, this is going to be the configuration that shows for all users except the super admin. And we can give our view a name so that we can refer back to it easily. This name is only visible to you as the admin. So I'll call this one subsites view. Now you can also choose what theme you want to have the menu show as. So as you know, different themes will add their different menu items to the admin menu. So you want to make sure that you're accounting for that as you're editing your view. So make sure that you view your view in each theme, and just check each theme and make sure it's configured how you want it to. That way, if your user installs a different theme, the menu will still look like how you want it to. And this only really matters for those unique theme items that the theme adds to the admin menu. Everything else that you adjust will stay the same no matter what theme you're in. So okay, so we've got the theme, we've got the view name. Now we can start to edit the menu. So quickly, we give you access to some things you can do very quickly to edit the menu. The first thing you might want to do is hide certain menu items, like this WP Engine item, for example. So you just click the eye icon. to hide or show that menu item. You might also want to rename a menu item, so you can just click right on the name of the menu item and rename it to something else. And you can also change the icon of an item just by clicking on it and choosing a different icon. Right now we just give you access to dash icons, which are the WordPress default icons, but soon we'll give you access to other types of icons here as well. You can also search for the name of a particular type of icon if it matches WordPress's naming convention. In this case, I'll just choose this icon. Something else you can do is click this arrow on the right hand side to show all the sub menu items if the menu has submenus, and then you can rearrange or edit those. For example, maybe I want to bring out the add new post item to be a top level menu item, so I drag that out. Then I can update the icon, maybe have it be like a plus sign, there we go, and maybe change the name to add new post. All right, something else we can do is add a new menu item. And I can go over and up here and click the add item. That'll add a new menu item. And you can add, a traditional menu item that links somewhere. But we also give you a few other different types of menu items you can add. You can add a separator or a heading, which is something that's not in WordPress by default, but it might help you organize your menu a little bit better. So if I wanted to add a heading, I can click that. I can tell it's a heading because it's has a gray background. And then I might choose to, like, for example, not have an icon for my heading and instead just make it all capitalized. For example, if I wanted a heading over the content area, then I can do that. No icon, and there you go. Now you can also add custom CSS classes. So if you want to really get in and style the admin menu and make it unique, you can do that. We also have some built-in CSS classes that you can use. For example, one of those classes is KPUI-BG, and then dash and whatever color you want the background to be. So maybe I want to give it a nice subtle blue background, cornflower blue. I know is a CSS color that exists. So there we go. I gave it a nice background color. Okay, so now and then maybe I want to move that item down to above the all posts area. All right, so there we go. I have my menu configured how I want. Now I just click Save View. And once it's saved, we see that now I can select a view to edit. So if I have multiple views, I can choose them from this dropdown and then select. But let's go ahead and see the menu changes I made, because remember I'm making these changes to the subsites menu, but right now I'm in the network dashboard, so I'm not going to see the changes yet. So let me go to one of my subsites. Okay, here we are. I'm going to log in as a non-super admin user. Let's try that again. There we go. And now you can see the menu changes I made. I removed the WP Engine menu. I renamed the dashboard to My Dashboard, and I added a content area heading. I have the posts menu item with a different icon, and I moved the add new post menu out from under posts and had it be its own top level menu item. Okay, now going back to the plugin. The toolbar module is very similar to the admin menu with a couple distinct differences. So let's go ahead and activate that and then visit it. So you can, again, choose whether you want to edit the toolbar for your subsites, your main site, or your network admin. Each of those toolbars are subtly different. All the rules are the same. The way that you name your view is the same, but instead of choosing a theme, you choose which toolbar area you're editing at a time. So each view will have both the back end and the front end version of the toolbar. And as we know, if you've used WordPress for any amount of time, that the items that are on the toolbar when you're visiting the front end are slightly different than they are on the back end. One of the key differences is, and once that loads, I'll show you, is the customize menu here that doesn't show on the back end. So you can pick which view you want, and then everything else pretty much works the same way. That's something we tried to do in this plugin, is have the interface be very similar for all of the modules. So you can rearrange, change icons, rename items, and you can see that certain items are in double squiggly brackets. That means that it's a dynamic item. So things like the Yoast issue counter, the comments number, the updates number, these are things that if you want those numbers to continue to show, you want to keep that in the title and then add things before or after it. Otherwise, if you get rid of it, then it's also going to get rid of the number that shows at the top. That's just something to consider. So I'm not going to go into too much more details because everything here works exactly the same way as it does in the admin menu. What I do want to show you though is, going back to settings, is the customizer module. So this one is cool. We don't know of anything else that's like this out there on the market right now. This allows you to edit the customizer menu for all of your websites. So let me go ahead and go into that one here. So the first thing you'll notice in the customizer module is that the tabs at the top are different. So instead of editing the customizer depending on the view, the customizer is unique per theme. So it's not something that's available, for example, in the network admin dashboard. So we're letting you edit the customizer per theme. So you want to choose the theme because every theme has a vastly different menu items in the customizer. This is where most modern themes now are putting a majority of their theme settings is in the customizer. So we'll choose the theme that we want, and then and again, you could rename items, you can reorder items, you can hide or show different items. So that's all the same. One of the unique things about the customizer though is by default the customizer doesn't use icons by any of the items, but it might be something that you want to do, maybe to keep a consistent look with your admin dashboard, or just to make it easier for people to distinguish different menu items from each other. So we can go in here and I'm sorry, this one is not one that we can add an icon to. This is that the active theme is actually that area, and let me head over to the subsite so we can load up the customizer of this one. The active theme is a slightly different thing. It's not really a menu item. It's its own little box there. But as you can see, there's already an icon that we've added to. This is the 2017. So let me open up 2017. And it looks like, yep, there's already a view that we've saved previously. And that view, we added an icon. So just to show you, what that looks like, you would just click the empty area next to the item. You would find an icon. Let me see, in this case, it's header media. So maybe I would choose, the media icon. And then let's say I wanted to, I don't know, rename header media to header graphics, something like that. All right, I would save that view and then refresh my customizer view. And there we go, header graphics with the icon. So you can do that. You can also colorize the menu items using those custom classes or your own CSS classes just by going to the menu item and adding your own CSS class. Another thing you'll see here is you can set items to be global, which means that they apply across all of the themes. And that's an easy way to apply things like if you're editing WP Ultimo, for example, it's from a plugin, or the Yoast, or additional CSS, things that are that appear throughout all the themes, and you don't want to go into each tab one by one. You can apply the item globally, and that will apply it to all different views that you have saved. So that's a quick and dirty rundown of the UI Manager plugin. Hopefully that's enough for you guys to decide if it's right for you. And then once you get it, you can dig in and have some fun with it. And as always, let us know if you have any questions. Thanks, guys.